Hey everybody, Kuxir97 here with another 2v2 analysis, and this time we're here with Carmac, playing with GarrettG versus Karma and Kuxir97. Let's go ahead and get things started here, primarily just looking for any ways in which Carmac's play could be subtly improved. So this is one of the first things that I've noticed and ran over in my head a bit. All Carmac needs to do is play this on the right side of his car, and just keep it going up the wall close to him so you can start working up on a drive. So he's able to come from this angle and make that play from the right side. But as you see, with that speed, it ends up going off of the wall here, and that makes it kind of difficult for Carmac to follow up, and ends up kind of panicking trying to keep the ball close. So if Carmac initially just went a little bit closer towards the goal line there and then turned to face into the ball, he would have more consistently been able to slow plate that ball a little bit closer to himself when starting to create a drive opportunity. It's a really good fake against Carmac there. And from this point, there isn't too much you can do. Kuxir is already aggressively challenging your line, and we all know how good he is at that. So really, I might try to keep this going a bit away from Kuxir. Maybe try to bait him out a little bit further. Either way, really good attempt there. So not too much going wrong here at all. This is really just a basic back and forth. So Carmac makes this first touch again a little bit too far away from him. Seems to be that issue. So if we, what I want to be doing here is slowing this down a bit. Try to get it here. And just trying to see how this ball is making contact with Carmac's car when he goes to do this initial trap. So he gets a nice turn on it, but the only issue is that by the time he does make contact, it's coming out from the wall there, as you were able to see, and it ends up popping it out. So for Carmac to get a better first touch on that, he'd need to turn up into it a little bit sooner, kind of before it starts bouncing outward like that into his car, just to kind of cancel that outward momentum and try to keep this along the wall. But that's a very small time adjustment either way up. Good attempt. And here Carmac goes to play it off near post, I believe, for a teammate, or just try to get this ball off. But the way I've been looking at this is, I think you might be better off getting under this ball from the bounce up and getting some height with it to bait the defenders out instead of GarrettG. Because with you playing this straight forward, like, really, I'm surprised Karma isn't immediately getting to that from the near post bounce and playing it over to Kux. She's choosing to slow play this. I don't know if she forgot that you were behind her, but it's pretty dangerous for her to be hesitating that long. That's a nice return over the last defender. Yeah, they're jumping a little bit too late for the challenge there, because Kuxir's the one playing it, so he's already should be anticipating the bounce from the corner there. So it's important that you get that first jump up a bit earlier to make sure that you have the height advantage. It doesn't have to be high up, but by soft jumping into this a bit earlier before Kux does, you would be able to sort of bounce it off your car after his touch and play it off the corner there to keep it up for Garrett. Again, I see you're just trying to tap that down to Garrett, so you have the, definitely have the right mindset there. It was basically just a small mechanical mistake. Good job keeping that over for Garrett. This is kind of risky to go for. I mean, you're the one spot on the play, and Garrett's back, so it's not too bad. But really, I would definitely be jumping up a bit earlier for this. Because Kux should see his teammate there, so by intercepting that ball a little bit earlier in its line and using the most of your boost, you might be able to cut that pressure off a bit more consistently, because you should be getting in the air here as soon as he plays his pass to just cut it off. You have 57 boosts, so just try to get yourself in the air, just like to fast aerial challenge it. Patience here. Yeah, that was that was a little quirky by them, but job sticking with it. Good job pressuring there. You have the right idea, you're definitely safe in doing that. Good try popping that over, getting it away from Carmac. Good patience. You guys are up by 2, so you don't need to be immediately blasting anything. Yeah, so I'm sure you're aware of this. This is largely hesitation. You kind of have to expect someone from them to be following that up with you kind of just sitting directly under that, so I would definitely just be using that 30 boost you have immediately and just playing a fast aerial directly up to the underside of the ball. Don't give them the opportunity to be able to play a shot down like that. Take patience on the challenge. I don't think there's too much else he could have done here. You played it over. Really just a strong shot on from Karma. So, looking at this, GarrettG is up the field, but he should be able to get back if he needs to. So it's great that you're kind of keeping this ball cam on to be patient to let Garrett try to challenge that, and then you still don't overcommit yourself. So I don't think you could have played that any better, especially with what you were given with GarrettG being there. Good finish. So, looking at this, I can see why you're using that first jump to get some power on that, but as you can kind of tell here when this camera swings over, should be Kux. Yeah, Kux here is moving back to net, so he'll be ready to challenge this at the same time as you are here. So instead of just trying to save that second jump for your dodge in, I would try to just get to that ball quicker in the air by doing an immediate fast aerial. You can still get some power down, but with the defender there, just try to get to that ball immediately, get it set up for Garrett. Good touchdown. It's unfortunate. Yeah, so this ends up working out well, because you don't want to be sending it directly at them since they're waiting. I can't tell if you were trying to place a strong shot on here, but I would try to turn your car a little bit more towards the left, because you do want to be playing the left side of the ball to keep it over for Garrett. But as far as trying to power shoot that, I think it's because you just did a straight dodge through that instead of diagonally dodging, since you went in with the corner of your car. Good pop. Nothing too much wrong with that. I mean, the defender was there, so even if you played a shot directly on it, would have been saved. Alright, so that is the end of that. Thanks for sending this in, Carmac. I mean, you really did play well this game overall. It's kind of surprising, those subtle mistakes that Karma and Kux made throughout this game, but you definitely earned the win. I might just try to focus a little bit on maybe training to play those exact parts of the ball, to try to consistently get those angles that you're looking for. Other way, again, great job. Thanks for sending this in. Leave a like if this helped you out at all, and feel free to send any more my way. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.